Hello my Capricorns, and welcome to your mid-December transition. I was just going to call it a transition for you guys because this has got to be something amazing for you guys. It's a hard amazing, and I'll say that because you're 2 steps behind me, right? I'm Pisces 12, Capricorn 10. I don't know if that number has any resonance with you, but like I said, it's 2 steps behind me. I would say 2 steps ago, going through the hardest time of my life. And the transition in the last 2 years. And Jupiter in Pisces is my home planet. And it's about to shift from Pisces back to Aries. So it's completing a cycle. You guys are almost there. You're like 2 steps behind. But all this has brought you here today. And here we go. Sorry, I gotta check out my nose. Because there's a lot going on in here. Just like for all y'all, we're trying to tune in. We're trying to get out the bad and bring in what we need to hear right now. And I love that it happens during, I'm a Capricorn Venus. Quadruple Pisces with a Capricorn Venus, so I know how to speak business, and I know how business is, and especially when it deals with love and Venus. But and so just realize here the sun's going to be transitioning between the 20th and 23rd. Sorry, my dates are just not quite there, but we're going to continue. So the sun's going to transition into Capricorn. We got Jupiter transitioning out of Pisces on the 20th. I know that date for sure. And it's transitioning back to Aries. It's a new cycle. For me, you know, everything I believe, I'm taking in that next cycle because I'm at the top of it, listening to everything that's happened and taking that into this next cycle and saying I believe everything I've seen and everything I know. It's full of opportunities. And this is for everybody. Jupiter is making this transition. It's my ruling planet, but it does govern, just like Saturn for y'all, it governs universal law and what's right is wrong and what's wrong is right. This helps us with growth. And I know you guys are going through some hard times, but this is for the growth. And I know it sucks, but it's all part of it. And I know you may feel like you're 2 steps behind, but you're really right where you need to be. So let's continue. Alright, so this last new moon. This is the end of a cycle. And it's really full of opportunities. If you've heard those messages, what's it telling you? What are the changes for you? What are you? Were those changes that happen? Were they willing or unwilling to you? What path are you on? I mean, I'm sure right now you don't know where it goes because, yeah, 2 steps ago I didn't, but I stepped it. And you have to step this too. But when you take those steps, that's where the mystery unfolds, like legit. This next moon cycle is going to really transform in a very positive way for everybody. This is for everybody. Like, we're all done with that. And we want something new. Sorry it's so emotional, but it's just, I'm a Pisces. Shit. I do this. But as everything, you know, we have to play our cards right. You know, you gotta keep our cool. And if you've really heard the messages, and I know we're all waiting for it, but we have to take the actions to get there. It doesn't just fall upon us. We must hit that point, right? We gotta take the action here. And it probably feels like for Capricorns, like we've been the ant under the magnifying glass. You know, no matter where we go, there's just conflict. And what is all this trying to tell me? Well, you know, you guys are hearing it, feeling it. And really create your intentions and what you really want for this next cycle. Because it all falls in your zone here. The sun is changing to Capricorn. It's like universal law coming to balance shit out for everybody. And Jupiter helping us expand. Sorry, I'm so expressive. Get an Oscar. But it's all just part of the cycle. And what we have to embrace. So it's like the season finale. What are we going to take with us? What are we going to see coming for the next 3 months, a year? I mean, how far out do you look? How far out? I mean, we all look in different directions, trust me. But a lot of it's going to start to be revealed as this new transition happens. And anyways, let's just get back in. So we got the new moon here on December 23rd, right after Jupiter leaves Pisces, and it starts the new cycle. And understand too, the sun, the moon, and Capricorn, they all don't get along. You got the fire elements with the earth. It's sparking conflicts, but Jupiter represents what we need to be successful. So it's telling us right now, what do we got to show of ourselves to be more successful? There are big opportunities, but be patient. I know that's the fucking hardest thing to say to a Capricorn and to a Pisces too. I've been your life, and I've been patient for 2 steps behind you. But you know what? You're about to make a big choice. And there may be some energy there for some of you that you're putting more faith and energy into something that has potential to be a problem later. So it's like you're just not ready yet. I offer you that as a warning, just as my intuitive self. And you'll understand why later. Why you should wait and be patient, and also continue to listen and feel and be yourself. Like, don't pretend to be anybody you're not. Just be, hey, the balance that's needed right now. Because you control that. And control for Capricorns, that's a good thing. And you really can control this energy right now. You can be the rock, or you can be the water. Either one, they don't do nothing to each other, but it just causes what? Conflicts here. So understand love is all around you, and enjoy the moment and be in it. Especially as that transition happens. Let inspiration be your guide through New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve, Christmas Eve. On Christmas Eve, the moon and Mercury, they create a sextile in astrology. It's phone calls, travel, good news. It's good stuff coming in. And there's deeper messages here. And if you can really be open to it and you're hearing it. Like, it's like the jingle bells, but you hear somebody saying, hey, let's go hang out. Or, you know, something to that effect. Understand, I do my own rites. So that I can give a consistent message to all of us, because it's not just about Capricorn or Pisces, it's about all of us. Right now, all things come to us now. If we're patient and can listen and hear, and like I said, patience is the biggest thing. Sagittarius card is temperance. It's like tempering the storm. It's like this will end. So, here's what happens after all that good stuff, Christmas Eve, and you're listening. The 25th through the 26th, the moon is start triggering. So the moon's our closest orbiting planet. So we got all these outer planets, so we got Jupiter making this big shift. That's a big shift. That's for everybody, mankind, into a fire sign. It's like we're gonna burn away the things we don't need, and it's like a rebirth, and it's what we believe. Pisces, we say I believe. So we're taking that inspiration, we're taking that hope to the next year. Sorry, it's like that, but so during this transit, right, the moon is going to trigger Jupiter. It's like, and an opposition is the Lilith, the black moon. Be careful, because that is like a dark zone. I mean, that's a decision-making time. It's like, this is where it's just you and you alone. And understanding that zone too, you still may need to lose more to grow. I mean, that's the hard part to say. I know we all want the fresh new stuff, but here's the good thing. That planet Jupiter is going to shed some light. It's going to help you through this. It's a beneficial time. And understand there's always positive and negative. If you lose something, there's always something to gain. There's balance. Life is all about balance. Create it, right? Can't believe I gotta read tarot cards after this. I am feeling the transition already. So also on the 26th, as the moon interacts with Saturn, your ruler, Mars is there too. You gotta bear with what's going on. Be mindful of your frustration level. And be impatient. Don't be impatient or reactive. Act accordingly. It'll help you avoid the worst of it. Like, this is kind of that point where you gotta... Control is not stirring it up, it is slowing it down too. I'm just going to say that. So on the 28th, something, as this transition happens, there's something that's going to require some attention here. And these are things that are going to start to drive you. And this is a general reading. I'm just going to say this for all you listening. You've got to, this energy is all for you. And how you create it, I'm just speaking it. I'm just giving you my words that I wrote down, that I've been listening to and understanding the flow of what's coming to you. There is enormous potential right now as all this is happening. You're going to follow your intuition. This is a very positive situation coming in. It's about communication, and this really has potential to be greatly satisfaction and leading to great joy in life. But also understand early on there was a decision that could lead to a problem. So you all have to make your own decisions. I don't make decisions at the table for you, you guys do. So right before on 12/29, the moon is triggering Jupiter again, and it creates a 3-point triangle. It's a triangle of harmony. It's a hidden aspect. It's one of those things, like when you see it, it's like, it's kind of like the golden Easter egg. You're the first one to see it. Fucking get that shit. But understand it's an Easter egg. You don't know what's in it. I mean, I can't predict what's going on in that egg, but you know what? When you see it, I'm just gonna say it's part of the journey. So just do it. So here's where everything lines up. New Year's Eve, right? So the moon does meet the North Node in Taurus, and it does form a trine with the Sun in Capricorn. So that's for you guys. That energy again is like it's way welling, and if you're hearing it, you're feeling it, you're going after it. I can already hear you guys. Oh, I know what that is. Once you realize this, you're going to start to see things are going to start to be laid out more. Be open to the potential that's there. New opportunities are opening. Don't open every door. I'm just going to tell you that. Be patient, because it is going to take 3 months. Capricorns, you got some work. There's so many things that are going to happen right now. It's going to take you. So just take your time and enjoy your birthday season coming up, the harmony that comes before this, and just let this stuff work out. Like I said, it's kind of like the end of the season right now, and they're starting to show the eclipse for this, what's coming up next season. You're going to start to see this. Finally, something that is just not right here. It's like something here, out there, that I can start to move towards. And I said, Jupiter, it's about it growing. And sometimes it's hard to grow in different ways. I'll tell you that. I've taken those swats on the ass. That was a lesson, but you know what? It hurt, but my ass still looks pretty good for you. Alright, for Earth signs. As Jupiter is transitioning, you know what's best for you guys and what's important right now is the people you keep. Like the people. You guys don't need all of them. You gotta start keeping those close people that have other people. Like I said, those branches need to start show your power. Be the tree that is the person that starts to reach out to the positive people and not the ones trying to take from your tree. Alright, I'm done with the astrology with that, Capricorn. Now I gotta do some cards. Thank God this thing is still recording, because I did you guys yesterday and my camera turned on and it shut off. But this one is way better. I'm always tell you that. So I hope you appreciate that. Please like and subscribe. I'm gonna ship those cards. Please like and subscribe. And if you want a personal reading, just to have some fun, just relate, like the energy, this Pisces will help you out always. And nothing to win, nothing to lose. I just want to help you out, because helping you helps me. I mean, legit. And you know who I am and how I work. I work hard for you, and I know a lot of you. And I want to thank my Capricorns, like legitimately. You guys are some challenge too. I've known some Capricorns that are just like, wow. All right, let's get a good Capricorn reading on some tarot cards here. What do we got? Card of Virgo. The Hermit. We're going to start out with some mages. Let's go into Virgo mode. Let's reflect. Let's see what's going on with Capricorn. Right, this is where you really got to say, what the hell? What am I all about right now? Am I about all these things taking me somewhere? Or am I all about being all what I'm all about? Well, there's choices with this. And it deals with Mercury. Capricorns, I'm just going to say, Mercury goes retrograde on the 28th. 12/28, it's the last Mercury retrograde of the year. But it is carrying over into 2023. Take some time to self-reflect. This is where you can really focus on what's important to you. Over this transition, you gotta have a whole bunch of things you're looking at and going, I gotta take a look at what's really drawing my energy. Where's your energy going, Capricorn? Is it going in the right thing? I mean, there's a light really telling you to go in a certain direction, but every time you see a flicker, you can like turn your head and you're just not focused yet. But that's not your fault, because it's just not time yet. You're 2 steps behind. Sometimes you gotta withdraw so you can come back bigger and better, and really rethink maybe what you're doing. Things aren't, like I said, sometimes there's time You don't have to be going backwards or forwards. You can sit and go, what am I going to do next? You don't have to be going one way or the other. There's a 2 in there. Anyways, what's going on? That's your overall energy. Ask yourself the questions. Capricorn. Alright. Current situation. Current situation for Capricorn. 8 of Cups. We got the 8 of Cups with Death card underneath. 8 of Cups in reverse. Sorry about the glare, I've been working on my camera. You know, 8 of Cups. See all those tentacles on that octopus? You know, right now it is time to take time to understand you've been shortchanged. And there may be this fear of being alone too. And this is the Pisces card. The 8 of Cups is related to Pisces. So right now, maybe I need some alone time. And we got the Hermit with and some of y'all maybe say, you know, I'm in a bad relationship, I need to get out. You know, I'm in a bad job, I need to get out. I mean, the things that aren't fulfilling. Alright, next card for my Capricorn. Sorry you had to start out with Pisces. Can't make this shit up in the way that stuff falls out. You got the World. But here's the challenge. It's you're like, what? It's right there? It is. There is rewards here. And like I always tell people, they're not just going to be bestowed upon you. You've got to continue to seek what is in front of you and what's important to you. Like I said, this is Saturn in Capricorn. And there is a, well, let's just go through this. As hard as the work is, you still guys are doing really well. All this hard work has been worth something, and it's really something that is going to shed its light here soon. I'm just going to say that. It's going to start to reveal its path. The challenge is finding harmony and creating it. And once you create that, you do control the world. It is letting things come full circle. I didn't say things coming full circle. I said letting things come full circle. Oh, when you truly release and you truly learn the lessons, you can start to teach it and tell people more about it, and they respect that you've been through this. So, but you have to finish the cycle. And that's the challenge, right? Alright. Give me Capricorn's subconscious, please. You guys would draw this card. I love it. It's my creator card. And your subconscious. I'm going to read from my book because this deck has 2 more cards. It's the yes and the no. But what I like about this card, it is the no card, but what I love about it, you guys have no problem saying, you have no problem saying no when it's no. But sometimes it's hard to say no to people you don't want to say no to. And that be the problem here. And I'm going to read the creator here. And legit, you're just going to be like, is it that simple? But it really is. So the creator card signifies that there is a powerful energy brewing in the atmosphere around you. And legitimately, it's my Capricorns. You guys almost got me 200 views. You feel it as much as I feel it. It may feel overwhelming and tinged with undertones of darkness. Indeed, you may feel the urge to run and find shelter from the storm, but trust that you're ready to transmute this force into something that will propel you forward. This card is also here to remind you of the power of the word no. No to the things that overwhelm or undermine. No to the people who drain your life source. No to the thoughts that drag you into this place. Right? You're mightier than you think. Oh, and for some Capricorns, you guys are badasses, and the world's just not changing around you fast enough. But sometimes you gotta slow down so they can catch up. I understand. You know what? You're mightier than you're thinking. A glimmer of faith paired with solid intentions can give you the power to harness lightning. Each day, you have the choice to be the victim of fear and circumstance or the creator of a new consciousness. So choose wisely which way you go from here. And I love that, like the harnessing lightning. You guys are the sea goats. I mean, you're earth, but you can breathe water. So you guys have that emotional stuff that's freaking awesome. Fellow, one thing I like about my Capricorn Venus, we mean business, right? It's all about the business and what it is to us and what we can make out of it. And like I said, sometimes we gotta say no. Saying no to the ones we love or the no's that we don't want to say. You know, hardest ones to say. Just saying, in your gut, you know this. I tell you this, but crowning energy on the table. Justice. My goodness. We got the world, we got justice, we got, like I said, all things coming right. In your head too, there's just justice that needs to be done, and some of this justice is just you saying, this is, yeah, I was right, this is wrong. Creating balance. So this card is the card of Libra. In your head too, you're gonna have to compromise with people. You can't just sit there and sit on your stone or rock and not compromise. But there's some mutually beneficial things that you can compromise on right now, and these are gonna help, like, satisfy the balance. And disputes will come to an end too here. The effort you put in is what you'll get out of it, Capricorn. And you know that because you're Capricorn. Nothing comes for free. We gotta earn that shit. And own up to it, too. Alright. Capricorns. That recent past, please. Any recent past with my Capricorns. Four of Wands in the reverse. I show it upright just so you can see it. I know the camera sucks, but I'm going to tell you about the Four of Wands in the reverse. Right? There's been something keeping us from celebrating here. Right? We're waiting for things to fall into place, and it's like, God dang, I'm ready to, things get good, and then they just get bad. And they get good, and there's just like no balance here. You know, things are about to come into balance. That's what I'm going to say with that. I haven't seen the crossing card here, but I can't wait to see this. Like I said, sometimes the conflicts at home can take all the overtones of what's going on around us. You know, sometimes you got to find the small in the big. Like there's big things that are like influencing your decisions or ideas, or, you know, sometimes there's a risk involved with taking those. And this card is also, Four of Wands is also representative of Aries. Got the Mother card there. And we're transitioning, like I said, Jupiter's here. Give me crossing energy. Four of Wands, Eight of Cups. Judgment. In reverse. Well, give her back to your freaking. Well, I'm sure not all Capricorns are good. You know. Uh, Whatever it is, though, judgment comes for us. And so judgment is represented by Pluto and Scorpio. And once judgment is done, we can grow from that. It's like, okay, this is finally over. I can start living again. This energy also, some of you may not, some of you aren't noticing the signs. You're going to sit here and fight with it. Like some of you are going to try to dodge karma. If you've been dodging it, it's coming. And if you're Capricorn dodging karma, that's your ruling planet. You can't blame others for whatever that is. Sorry for that message. But this is, understand this is general, so the energy goes both ways. This could be others too. Judgment's still out here. And so it's the good things coming out or the bad things. And this cycle, like I said, kind of reveals all that. But it's creating some balance, at least for you. Got the world here, injustice. And you got judgment crossing. That's kind of like starting to make me. You got the creator card down here. But you've got to get inside yourself. You got to realize your potential, and you've got to kind of think it out which way you're going. There's so much potential here. There may be so many options. Like I said, take your time making choices, Capricorn. You got your season coming up. You got going on. I got 6 swords in the reverse here. I know right now you guys are still trying to. You're like, Brett, what are you telling me here? I'm listening. This shit's still getting crazy, and I'm just not quite there. What's delaying this? This should have happened by now. Please make sure a lot of you aren't redoing a vicious cycle. And don't get too far ahead of yourself. That's what creates a cycle. Oh shit, I was running with both legs and tripped over my 3rd foot that I didn't know was there. I mean, take things slow, like I said. If there's things in the past that judgment's still out on, you guys can create, you guys are judgment. I mean, you are Saturn, you can say, this is wrong, this is right, but that can also create an imbalance for you if you're not seeing things as they truly are. Because we all don't see things through the same lens. Sometimes we got to make the best of a bad situation. I think that's what's important right now. If things aren't right, the only control you can have is over yourself, and the more control you have over yourself, the more it controls the situation. You're the foundation here. You may have to go back. You're either running or going back to problems with this. I think Capricorn's environment. I'll give him a shuffle here. Capricorn's environment, please. A Hierophant in reverse. Yeah, something is telling you I gotta get away from this. I've got to. People are trying to control you, and that's the wrong thing to do with Capricorn. We do have this North Node coming up, and the Hierophant is card of Taurus, and then the North Node is going to be in Taurus on New Year's Eve. So this might be something to. It's going to put you in another direction here. Like I said, if things aren't going, if they're just not right, you're going to say, I got to change things. They're just not lining up. No, patience right now. The biggest thing right now is to think about what you do have. Um, there may be something right now in your environment saying, I gotta take a risk here. Make sure it's calculated. And this might be that sparkling thing you invest in that um, creates form. This is also that thing is, once you create this transition, you can tell a story. I learned something from this. Like I said, there's a learning here, or going to school, or needing to not be conformative, or find a new method in what you're doing. If it's not working, your environment's telling you something gotta change, Capricorn. And if it's you, I'm sorry. Okay, so here's the thing that comes up in your hopes and fears. We got the star. Well, you know what? Right now you should make a wish. Miracles can happen, and some of you are just like, yeah, I ain't gonna wait for this. But honestly, right now your hopes and your fears is believing that there is a better place right now. I'm really gonna say just this, put this on your calendar. As the sun transitions out of Capricorn into Aquarius, something here is gonna help guide you. And this is what you really need. And I know right now you're probably gonna be dealing with some things that aren't quite there, and just still trying to realize stuff is gonna be as it's gonna be. But hope is strength right now. So keeping that in your favor, in your thoughts. Like I said, you're about to understand this, and this is about being optimistic. Because if you're a negative Nancy, if you're a Karen, star, be careful what you wish for. Oh, we gotta keep looking. But right now, like I said, you're praying for something, you're wanting that to come in. But just maintain hope. Maintain hope. Overall outcome, my Capricorns. Probably my longest YouTube. You're fucking kidding me. Yeah, the devil. Your card. Well, and here's the thing too. You guys can work this stuff out, but really, you're working on looking at too much when you really have to look more towards. I love the glasses on her. She seems to be obsessed with something, and it's actually understanding to her need for desire. Like the shadow you've been living in is what I'm feeling. Like this is ready to come out. Capricorn is ready to reveal herself. I love that devil card, and that's your card. But like I said, this is Saturn too, and Capricorn. My goodness. Like I said, a lot of us could be sabotaging ourselves. You know what I mean? It's like we're oppressing ourselves. We're keeping our. We could be stuck in a toxic situation. It could be a lover. Really good sex, but you know. Like I said, there was something I remember earlier saying no to something that you love so much. And that's probably the hardest thing too, is the fear that you got the hermit. You got to go inside and think about this. Like I said, you're ready to come out here, but you got to face your shadow. And the hermit's right here in your overall energy, so it's like face yourself. You got justice in the middle. I'm just going to put this. So overall, justice, and your outcome, the devil. Like I said, it's like face yourself and balance yourself. And really, what do you desire right now for the Capricorns out there? Because it is a planning phase. Like I said, this is going to take some more time, but things are going to start to lighten up. Finally, I know Pisces with Jupiter, Capricorn, it's gotta suck. Once you live the life, you go to Aquarius next, you get to be an air sign. you, you can just float around the atmosphere instead of having to be rooted in this. But it will all see through. Alright, so your spiritual colorful card, it says, put on your favorite song and dance your ass off. You know, wave your hands in the air like